In a park of a large American city, an operative for a foreign power is arrested by agents of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The news is flashed to a surprised America. The reaction is immediate, an awakening realization the potential enemy has never stopped trying to undermine us. Another reaction, too, as the details come out that Americans are involved. Reactions of shock and disgust from loyal Americans when they hear that fellow citizens have sold their loyalty down the river at the bidding of a hostile foreign power. Certainly that's the way Joe Kendall, technical representative of an instrument manufacturing plant near Detroit, feels about it. The same way as Sandra Taylor, secretary at a large machine tool plant in Connecticut. How could an American do such a thing? The very same question is asked by Larry McAndrews, machinist for an airplane manufacturer in California. 3 reactions reflecting those of millions. None of them can understand it. They feel very strongly about traitors. All 3 of them, Larry McAndrews, Sandra Taylor, and Joe Kendall, are conscientious Americans working on projects important to our country's continued national security. And yet, before the day is over, all 3 will have unwittingly compromised the military position of our country by surrendering to the daily enemy. It is 9 a.m. Joe Kendall will only be in his office about a half hour today. As part of his job, he does a lot of traveling to military installations all over the country. Kendall is about to start on a 2-week business trip. And of course, not wanting to carry secret material, he has made arrangements for the documents to be sent ahead by registered mail. These will be waiting for him on arrival. Trouble is, he has just received a call from a subcontractor out of town, an SOS, which he has to take care of first and rearrange his trip. No time to forward the secret documents he will need by mail, so he has to carry them himself. Well, he's done it before. It's perfectly legal. It's a matter of being extra careful. The plant has a carefully administered security program. A log records the receipt of classified information. Removals are only permitted in connection with authorized travel, in which the classified information is a part of the business to be transacted. Up till now, it can safely be said, Joe Kendall is winning a victory over the daily enemy. So is Sandra Taylor. Her boss gives her a lot of dictation during the day. Much of it is classified material. Sandra knows all classified waste, preliminary drafts, carbon sheets, carbon ribbons, stencils, worksheets, and stenographic notes are to be destroyed when no longer needed. So far, the daily enemy doesn't stand a prayer with Sandra Taylor, nor with Larry McAndrews.
Sure is tough getting the grease off your hands. I'm new around here. You working in A area? That's right. I wonder what's going on in there. They sure do keep it hush-hush.
Yeah, I guess so.
I heard it was some new Air Force contract, something to do with jet tankers.
That what you heard?
Am I right?
You're right. You're right. It sure is tough getting that grease off these hands.
Larry McAndrews does not discuss a classified project with anyone except in the performance of the work. And even then, only with properly cleared personnel who have a need to know. So far, the daily enemy is a washout, but he is tough, relentless. He has many allies. Vanity, for one, the urge to show off, talk like a big shot, especially to strangers one has just met.
I still say it sends shivers up my spine when you think what they've got in the way of rockets.
The U.S. isn't exactly a babe in the woods, you know.
That's just it. I don't know. I'm an attorney, and this technical stuff throws me.
Well, it's more or less in my line.
With that outfit, I can understand what you mean.
Take my word for it. What you read in the papers or see on TV gives a wrong slant. We're right in the middle of the rocket picture. Why, in our Detroit plant right now on the production line, we have a new rocket.
Score one for the daily enemy. Score another when Sandra is called from the room. There's a cake set out in the next office, a surprise birthday party for one of the girls. It's a bother to lock away the classified specification sheet she is retyping. Nobody's around the office. What possible harm in just covering everything up? What harm? That's what Larry McAndrews says to himself. He has made an error in his calculations, and the piece of metal in his hand does not meet standard. He knows he should put the defective piece in the classified receptacle, but then the idea comes to him, maybe he could use it at home. No harm, that's what Larry thinks, but score another for the daily enemy. Another when Joe Kendall, met at the airport by the subcontractor he is visiting, decides to have lunch at the airport restaurant. The suitcase is a terrible inconvenience, so he checks it. For Sandra Taylor, it is near the close of the working day now. She's in a special hurry. She has a date to go to the beach after work. But bad luck. Halfway through a classified letter, she makes a typo. She knows her boss won't accept it. Without thinking, her mind on the beach date, into the basket it goes. But not the classified basket. Sandra doesn't know it, but the daily enemy is way ahead now.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news report on the spy ring exposed yesterday afternoon by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. American missile secrets have been revealed as the objective of the spy ring headed by an ex-Soviet officer. 2 American citizens were the chief collectors of information. It is understood arrests have been made in a score of industrial
Turn it
cities
off, will
from
you, Phil?
coast to coast. but no announcement has been...
What's the matter, hon? Afraid they'll arrest you?
It's not funny. It's disgusting. Americans who would do a dirty trick like that.
Come on, let's go in for a swim. Race you down.
Okay.
It's disgusting, said Sandra Taylor.